All right, all right. People trust me because I always tell the truth. I think I made a mistake here. I was so excited that Larry Rifkin was talking about it. I darted in the room during his show and I gave him the means test. Well, we can't find the paper. And the number one thing you don't want me to do is to just start spatting off information. Caller on line one, I have to admit my mistake. It's a $10,000 asset test. I will find the paperwork. I'm still searching for it. The second I get it, I promise you I will read it over the air. I just am not comfortable discussing something I don't have 100% with. I was so excited Larry was talking about it. So I dart into the studio. I'm like, here you go, here it is. But I believe he may have taken it with him. So let me politely decline to answer the question right now. That's what you expect from me is the truth. It's just $10,000. I'll get it. And I promise you I will get the full answer and I'll read it over the airwaves. So thanks for holding. I'll get it as soon as I can, I promise.
Okay.
I'm sorry to let you down. God, what a boogie I am. All right. So healthcare reform. Let me explain some things and then I'm going to give you your plug, which I love over there. All right, healthcare reform. Stinks. Anyway, I didn't say that, did I? It just passed, and now they're calling it a tax. But Owen, in the letter to the editor today about Chris Murphy, great job. Yes, $500 billion is going to be taken away. There's a very good chance they're going to get rid of Medicare Advantage plans. Or if they do keep Medicare Advantage plans, they're going to strip them down. Medicare Advantage plans are great. They're zero premium. They give you all wellness for zero copay. I've had clients have a zero monthly premium. Yes, they know they've given up Medicare. They know that. They sign an initial forms that say, look, I know I have to use the network of doctors. They agree to that. Who's paying for this? You. $980 per month, depending on your age, goes to whatever Medicare Advantage plan you purchase. But with 40 cents on every dollar being owned by China, the Medicare Health and Human Services system doesn't have enough money. So I'm just telling you right now, you've got to be prepared in life. Original Medicare is still a very good plan. It's Plan F. N is okay. It's more affordable, but it does give you co-payments. So depending on your budget there's a great plan, Plan F, high deductible by Anthem, which gives you a $2,000 upfront deductible. Gene and I have got to get licensed with Humana because so many people are asking. I'm not a humongous Humana fan, but they have a plan which is called a prescription drug plan. That's around $25. United Healthcare has one that's around $37. And then Anthem just has priced their Part D way out of pocket. They've got it in the 50s. One thing that my seniors and my listeners will like is from donut hole to Danish. In fact, this is one nice thing about healthcare reform. The law contains several new benefits for seniors that are worth noting. The biggest is the closing of the Medicare Part D donut hole, the name given to the gap in drug coverage that occurs after a beneficiary, which is you, reaches the initial limit, which is $2,930. So, but before he hits the catastrophic threshold, $4,700 is paid for out of pocket. So, the new law begins closing the donut hole this year by sending the people a check for $250 rebate if you went into the check. Anyone fall into the donut hole, please give us a call, 203-757-1320. I can touch on that. But this show is dedicated to the Hearth at Southbury, so I'm going to let Kimberly keep speaking about how her facility has helped many of my clients, and particularly a good friend of mine, him or her, no names for HIPAA, but my friend and I and his beautiful wife are extremely happy how you're taking care of their parent.
Very good. I saw their parent, no
Yes,
name.
well done, HIPAA.
Him or her is doing very well. I was able to speak to him or her today and let him know where I was coming, and they were thrilled.
Okay, so keep going.
Sure. I'd like to talk a little bit about what makes the Hearth at Southbury different. I mean, you can choose another assisted living community, maybe one closer to you. Let me first of all say that where we're located, right on Main Street South in Southbury, Southbury is such a free, senior-friendly town.
They can walk there.
Exactly. We have the great sidewalks that literally go 2 miles throughout town, and there's great shopping and churches and Jewish community center. There's just so much in the town of Southbury. On Thursday evenings, our residents take a nice little walk over to the green, and they listen to the concerts on the green. But what really makes the Hearth at Southbury different from most of the traditional assisted livings is our Live More program. Live More was created by actually our CEO and founder's wife, and it is a program about keeping our seniors living longer, stronger through different aspects of life, whether it's educational, vocational, spiritual, social, physical, emotional. It's all the aspects of life, and we just really keep them moving. And we have a wellness aide. Her name is Sammy, and she just is a great asset to us. If somebody was to, say, fall and break a hip and need to go to a hospital stay and then rehab in a nursing home, then they can come back to the Hearth at Southbury, their home, and they can have their physical therapist come in. And when they get discharged from those services, Sammy can take over and continue to work with them. She also does group activities such as chair Pilates and yoga, and she can also work one-on-one, whether it's somebody using our new step, which is a great piece of senior-friendly equipment, or just simply going for a walk with someone. So it's a great program. And in conjunction with that, we have our Think More program, which is the cognitive end of that. And so we have small groups, our Think More groups. And actually, I'm going to be taking our Think More on the road a little bit and be going to some of the local senior centers. Going to start in Southbury next month and do some fun brain fitness
community
with them.
Outreach.
Absolutely. Community outreach. That's what it's all about.
Make sure you hit me up, actually, for help, because I give seminars at all the senior centers.
Great.
I'm sure my friend Harvey would love that in Naugatuck. Donna up in Wolcott.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we'll make sure we work in conjunction with you on that. Not working with you, just giving you an entree. Do you know Harvey, obviously?
Absolutely.
What a great guy.
Who doesn't know Harvey? He's a great guy.
He's a community person.
Mm-hmm.
And Donna, in Wolcott. Mm-hmm. Oh, well done. You already got that all wrapped up. Okay, we are going to be working on the Healthcare Council together, and that's going to be basically bringing awareness to people about the healthcare industry. Mm-hmm. The big topic is the merger. I'm not touching that one. I like Chad Wabel. I like Darlene Stromstead. I wish them nothing but the best of luck with the merger. I think Mayor Neil O'Leary is doing a great job staying true to his city, that he wants it downtown. Mm-hmm. LHP, and it's definitely something that's going to economically revive the city. But again, that's more towards Larry Rifkin, or I believe Tom Shute might have my friend Lynn Ward on his show soon. Lynn's the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. You're very involved in the community. You're at all the chamber functions. I believe you actually had a function from the chamber at the Hearth, correct?
Correct, we
did.
did.
That's where I first introduced myself to the Hearth.
Yeah. And I'm also a member of the Southbury Business Association. I had a board meeting today and said I'd plug them as well.
Oh, please do. Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
The Southbury Business Association, we're obviously not as big as the chamber, but we're a nice little local group for an $85 membership. That's all it costs to join the Southbury Business Association. You can be a part. We have monthly meetings every second Thursday of the month from 5:30 to 7 at a different venue. Also, we've had one at the Hearth. They had a clam bake last year. A lot of fun.
Nice.
So if you want interest in that, you can also call me at the Hearth. I can provide that for you.
Okay, so nice and slowly, what's your location and how do people reach you?
Absolutely. The Hearth at Southbury Premier Senior Living Community. We are located at 655 Main Street South. We're right in between the elementary school and ShopRite. Our phone number is 203-267-7100, and our website is www.thehearth.net. Hearth as like in fireplace.
Is that what the, is that how it
You know, I'm not really sure, but I think that's part of the reasoning behind our owners, that it was nice, cozy, comfortable place. And
sitting by the fire, the Hearth,
Exactly.
having a
Family,
cognac,
friends.
reading a book, and sailing nicely into your senior years.
Senior years,
Yeah,
that's right.
which is clearly the reason for the show. All right, so now I have to do something that I've been waiting on. My beautiful wife, Diana, and the twins and I just took a little mini romantic vacation. It's a lot of work raising twins, and they're 7, and they're full of energy. They have dad's energy. And so my wife is legitimately tired. In this economy, she had to go back to work. She teaches in Pomperaug in Southbury. So she had stated to me during the early week that she had a dentist appointment, and my dentist is Dr. Philip DeJesus for my wife down in Bridgeport. And first of all, the guy's a stud. He's a friend of mine, and I'm proud to say that. He also made Connecticut Magazine's Dentist of the Year, which is always nice to see your dentist in the magazine and be like, all right, well, they know what they're doing. So anyway, it's down in Bridgeport, and she said, hey, honey, how about we just run over for the day to Port Jefferson? So I got my wheels turning, and I pulled a sneaky, and I booked us a hotel room for the weekend. And not bragging, we just went to Long Island. I don't care where we went, what fancy beach, who cares, $40 for parking, ridiculous. But anyway, we went to a nice facility in Long Island. I'm on the Port Jeff ferry, and I see on the ground, and I definitely will not plug this company because they're not a sponsor of the show, but if you're watching on YouTube, this piece of cardboard is ridiculous. There was at least 3 or 4. Now, this is my be held accountable part of the show where I educate you on frivolous lawsuits. There is a piece of cardboard that litters, contributes to waste, costs money, and is ridiculously expensive to produce for billions of cups of coffee, all over one woman who spilt hot coffee at McDonald's. Now, I've been selling insurance for 20 years. I know the agent from New Jersey that got this lawsuit. The woman got millions from McDonald's for burning herself. I am very sorry she burnt herself. I really am. And I'm sorry she dropped the coffee. Coffee is not cold unless you're getting an iced coffee like my staff does about 3 times a day. But anyway, it's supposed to be a hot beverage. You can't be responsible enough, or yes, if you got $100,000 off the thing, great. I'm sorry for the burn. Apparently it was quite a bad burn. But millions of dollars, now America has to have every cup of coffee with one of these cardboards on it, and it's a waste. There were 3 or 4 on the ground just on my ferry alone. Now, they fly off into the ocean, and who dies? A lovely dolphin. Or something, I don't know. I just like the dolphins. But just, I don't know. Can't anyone be held accountable? If you do something wrong, it's your fault, not McDonald's. Yes, McDonald's has deep pockets, but these lawsuits these days are getting ridiculous. I know someone needs to be held accountable for a burnt leg, but I'm rambling here. I'm just not a big fan of this stupid thing. The cup is going to be hot, all right? Take it. Take your time. Maybe take it with 2 hands. If you're elderly, maybe you say to the woman, hey, do you mind? Why don't I go in instead of the drive-thru and drink it slowly? And they'll put it in another cardboard recycled thing. There's so much waste. If you're recycling these for some kind of donut game or something, fine. But this particular company doesn't look like they're doing anything. It says right here, this sleeve is made with 60% post-consumer fiber. Well, what about the other 40%? Is that just going into the landfill? So anyway, that's my rant. It's not great knowledge on Medicare, but I just see so much fraud and abuse and waste, and it's just sad. For those of you who are listening and you see what we call a drive-by, speak up. Call Victoria Veltri at the Ombudsman's office. My buddy Bob, who's listening to the show, he and I have spoken. I don't mind that he's mad at me. My job is to look out for my clients, to take care of them, to negotiate the contract. A colonoscopy is expensive. It's $500. Well, if we can get it coded, CPT coded for wellness, he's under 65. So, yeah, let's try to do that. Be held accountable for your actions. If you have money and you're ignoring your long-term care policy, don't be mad at Kimberly because you're going to spend $4,895. Be lucky that there's people at the Hearth at Southbury that are going to take care of you. So, the Hearth at Southbury, premier senior living facility, 655 Main Street South, Southbury, Connecticut, 06488. This is Michael Regan. We've had a good show. Thank you so much for being a guest. You've been great.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. All right, Medicare and You. Talk to you next week.